Hello bankers. Myself Arun welcomes you to Bank Promotion Exam Guide YouTube channel.
I am Drishti. In this video mock test we are going to attempt 27 MCQs on RBI guidelines on and Hush 80 to 20, interest rate on deposits and Hush 80 to 21.
So, let's start. Question 1. What is the minimum amount for a bulk deposit in scheduled commercial banks, excluding regional rural banks and small finance banks?
Option A, Rupees 50 lakh. Option B, Rupees 1 crore. Option C, Rupees 3 crore. Option D, Rupees 5 crore. Think the answer.
Correct answer C. Rupees 3 crore. The definition of a bulk deposit for these banks is a single rupee term deposit of rupees 3 crore and above. Understanding this financial regulation is crucial for large-scale banking operations.
Question 2. For regional rural banks and local area banks, what is the threshold amount that qualifies a term deposit as a bulk deposit?
Option A. Rupees 50 lakh. Option B. Rupees 1 crore. Option C. Rupees 3 crore. Option D. Rupees 5 crore. Think the answer.
Correct answer B. Rupees 1 crore. The financial regulation specifies that for these banks, a bulk deposit is a single rupee term deposit of rupees 1 crore and above.
Question 3. Which of the following is not included in the definition of domestic rupee deposits?
Option A, current account. Option B, savings deposits. Option C, foreign currency deposits. Option D, term deposits. Think the answer.
Correct answer C. Foreign currency deposits. Domestic rupee deposits specifically refer to rupee-denominated accounts held within India, excluding foreign currencies. This financial regulation ensures clarity in domestic banking operations.
Question 4. What is the key characteristic of a notice deposit?
Option A. It is a current account with no withdrawal restrictions. Option B. It is a savings deposit with immediate withdrawal access. Option C. It is a term deposit requiring at least one full banking day's notice for withdrawal. Option D. It is a foreign currency deposit with flexible withdrawal terms. Think the answer.
Correct answer C. It is a term deposit requiring at least one full banking day's notice for withdrawal. The unique feature of a notice deposit is the mandatory notice period before withdrawal, distinguishing it from regular term deposits within this financial regulation.
Question 5. Who is responsible for approving the comprehensive policy on interest rates for deposits?
Option A, the depositors. Option B, the branch managers. Option C, the board of directors or a delegated committee. Option D, the central bank. Think the answer.
Correct answer C. The board of directors or a delegated committee. This financial regulation ensures that interest rate policies are set at a high governance level.
Question 6. Can interest rates on deposits be negotiated between the depositor and the bank?
Option A, yes, for large deposits only. Option B, yes, for senior citizens only. Option C, no, interest rates are non-negotiable. Option D, yes, with branch manager approval. Think the answer.
Correct answer C. No. Interest rates are non-negotiable. This financial regulation ensures uniformity and avoids preferential treatment.
Question 7. How should interest payments on rupee deposits be rounded?
Option A. To the nearest paisa. Option B. To the nearest 10 rupees. Option C. To the nearest rupee. Option D. To two decimal places. Think the answer.
Correct answer C. To the nearest rupee. This financial regulation simplifies transactions and standardize rounding practices.
Question 8. How should interest payments on FCNR, B, deposits be rounded?
Option A. To the nearest rupee. Option B. To the nearest 10 rupees. Option C. To the nearest paisa. Option D. To two decimal places. Think the answer.
Correct answer D. To two decimal places. This financial regulation accounts for the fractional nature of foreign currency interest calculations.
Question 9. If a term deposit matures on a Sunday and is paid on Monday, how is the interest for Sunday calculated?
Option A. No interest is paid for the non-working day. Option B. Interest is paid at the savings account rate. Option C. Interest is paid at the originally contracted term deposit rate. Option D. Interest is paid at the rate applicable on Monday. Think the answer.
Correct answer C. Interest is paid at the originally contracted term deposit rate. This financial regulation ensures that depositors are not penalized for non-business day maturities.
Question 10. How is interest calculated for the intervening non-business working day in reinvestment and recurring deposits?
Option A. On the original principal amount. Option B. On the accumulated interest. Option C. On the maturity value. Option D. No interest is calculated for that day. Think the answer.
Correct answer C. On the maturity value. This financial regulation acknowledges the compounded nature of these deposits.
Question 11. Under what specific circumstance is interest paid on a current account deposit and at what rate?
Option A. When the account holder is a senior citizen at a preferential rate. Option B. When the account is held by a partnership firm at a variable rate. Option C. When the account belongs to a deceased individual or sole proprietorship from the date of death until repayment at the savings deposit rate applicable on the payment date. Option D. when the account maintains a minimum balance above a specified threshold at a fixed rate. Think the answer.
Correct answer C. When the account belongs to a deceased individual or sole proprietorship, from the date of death until repayment, at the savings deposit rate applicable on the payment date. This financial regulation provides a specific exception to the general rule of no interest on current accounts and specifies the applicable interest rate.
Question 12. How is interest calculated on domestic rupees savings deposits up to rupees 1 lakh?
Option A. Simple interest is calculated monthly. Option B. Compound interest is calculated annually. Option C. A uniform interest rate is applied on a daily product basis. Option D. Interest is calculated based on the lowest balance in the month. Think the answer.
Correct answer C. A uniform interest rate is applied on a daily product basis. This financial regulation ensures a consistent approach for smaller savings balances.
Question 13. What is the rule for calculating interest on domestic rupee savings deposits exceeding rupees 1 lakh?
Option A. The same uniform rate is applied as for balances up to 1 lakh. Option B. Differential interest rates can be applied on the end-of-day balances. Option C. Interest is calculated based on the average monthly balance. Option D. No additional interest is paid on the excess amount. Think the answer.
Correct answer B. Differential interest rates can be applied on the end-of-day balances. This financial regulation allows for flexibility in rewarding larger savings account holders.
Question 14. What is the minimum tenor, maturity period, allowed for a term deposit as per the regulation?
Option A. 1 day. Option B. 3 days. Option C. 7 days. Option D. 1 month. Think the answer.
Correct answer C. 7 days. This financial regulation sets a baseline for the duration of term deposit offerings.
Question 15. On what type of term deposits are differential interest rates allowed?
Option A. All term deposits. Option B. Only government term deposits. Option C. Only bulk term deposits. Option D. Only term deposits from senior citizens. Think the answer.
Correct answer C. Only bulk term deposits. This financial regulation restricts the application of varying interest rates to larger deposit amounts.
Question 16. Which term deposits must have a premature withdrawal facility?
Option A. All term deposits without exception. Option B. Only term deposits from corporations. Option C. Term deposits from individuals up to rupees 1 crore. Option D. Only term deposits with a tenor of 1 year or more. Think the answer.
Correct answer C. Term deposits from individuals up to rupees 1 crore. This financial regulation protects individual depositors by ensuring access to their funds before maturity.
Question 17. What is the maximum additional interest scheduled commercial banks can offer to their staff's deposits?
Option A, 0.5% per annum. Option B, 1% per annum. Option C, 1.5% per annum. Option D, 2% per annum. Think the answer.
Correct answer B. 1% per annum. This financial regulation provides a specific ceiling for preferential interest rates to bank staff.
Question 18. If a term deposit, TD, matures and the proceeds remain unclaimed, what interest rate applies to the unclaimed amount?
Option A. The rate applicable to a current account. Option B. The originally contracted rate of interest on the matured TD. Option C. The rate applicable to a savings account or the contracted TD rate, whichever is lower. Option D. A penalty rate determined by the bank. Think the answer.
Correct answer C. The rate applicable to a savings account or the contracted TD rate, whichever is lower. This financial regulation ensures that unclaimed deposits accrue interest, but at a conservative rate.
Question 19. What is the maximum interval at which interest on domestic savings deposits must be credited?
Option A, annually. Option B, semi-annually. Option C, quarterly. Option D, monthly. Think the answer.
Correct answer C. Quarterly. This financial regulation mandates a minimum frequency for interest crediting.
Question 20. How often should interest be credited to savings bank accounts, including those frozen by enforcement authorities?
Option A. Only after the account is unfrozen. Option B. At the discretion of the bank. Option C. On a regular basis, irrespective of the operational status. Option D. Only upon request by the account holder. Think the answer.
Correct answer C. On a regular basis, irrespective of the operational status. This financial regulation ensures that even non-operational accounts continue to accrue interest.
Question 21. Who is responsible for approving the policy on penalties for premature withdrawal of term deposits?
Option A. The depositors. Option B. The branch managers. Option C. The board of directors or a delegated committee. Option D. The central bank. Think the answer.
Correct answer C. The board of directors or a delegated committee. This financial regulation ensures that penalty policies are set at a high governance level.
Question 22. What is the minimum tenor, maturity period, for a non-resident external, NRE, term deposit?
Option A. 7 days. Option B. 1 month. Option C. 6 months. Option D. 1 year. Think the answer.
Correct answer D. 1 year. This financial regulation specifies a longer minimum duration for NRE deposits.
Question 23. What is the minimum tenor maturity period for a non-resident ordinary NRO term deposit?
Option A, 1 day. Option B, 7 days. Option C, 1 month. Option D, 6 months. Think the answer.
Correct answer B. 7 days. This financial regulation sets a shorter minimum term for NRO deposits compared to NRE deposits.
Question 24. What type of lien is prohibited on non-resident external NRE savings deposits?
Option A. Statutory lien. Option B. Contractual lien. Option C. Any type of lien, direct or indirect. Option D. Only liens for tax purposes. Think the answer.
Correct answer C. Any type of lien, direct or indirect. This financial regulation ensures the free and unencumbered nature of NRE savings accounts.
Question 25. If the claimants of a deceased NRE term deposit are residents, how is the deposit treated upon maturity?
Option A. It remains an NRE term deposit with the same interest rate. Option B. It is converted to a foreign currency deposit. Option C. It is treated as a domestic rupee term deposit with interest at the domestic rate. Option D. It is transferred to a non-resident account. Think the answer.
Correct answer C. It is treated as a domestic rupee term deposit with interest at the domestic rate. This financial regulation dictates a change in classification upon resident claims.
Question 26. What is the maximum maturity period allowed for FCNR B deposits?
Option A. 3 years. Option B. 5 years. Option C. 7 years. Option D. 10 years. Think the answer.
Correct answer B. 5 years. This financial regulation limits the duration of these foreign currency deposits.
Question 27. How is the interest on FCNR B deposits calculated regarding the number of days in a year?
Option A. 365 days. Option B. 366 days in a leap year. Option C. 360 days. Option D. 355 days. Think the answer.
Correct answer C. 360 days. This financial regulation standardizes the calculation for these foreign currency deposits. Quiz completed. Thank you for participating. For more resources, visit Bank Promotion Exam Guide.